afternoon. Please take a seat.
Gemma, can you help Mr. Jambu with his wig?
Well, I've been doing this for 40 years, sir. Oh, see, I've got to have a girl to help me, right? Okay, great.
I don't really like this sort of thing at all.
But your union membership hinges on your involvement, doesn't it?
Yes.
So we're going to do the interview like a big boy.
Yes.
Live up to our contractual obligations?
Yes.
Yes, like a man.
Is this angle alright?
Yes, that's fine.
Not too unflattering, I hope?
No, that's perfect.
So, Fig Sticks, shall we get started?
Well, I'm here ready and willing.
So you've been in the clown business most of your life. Tell me.
How has the decimation of clowning over the last 100 years affected you?
It's rough, mate. I'll tell you, I won't lie to you. It's rough. But at the end of the day, you do your bit, you play your part, and you get what you can out of it. That's what the whole thing's all about.
So in the last 6 months, have you received much work?
Oh, well, depends what you mean by work, doesn't it? I mean, if I'm dressed in my work clothes and I'm getting paid, well, that's a clowning gig, isn't it? I mean, you can't deny the clowning aspect of it. I mean, if I'm at a kiddies party or a single soiree, I mean, it's all work.
Well, I'm actually not sure whether I accept your premise on that. I mean, no one has ever actually stopped hiring clowns. I mean, there's something about clowns that just is a timeless cultural mainstay. I mean, my father was a clown, and a very noble clown as well. I mean, he managed to feed an entire family of 7, on top of what my brothers and my mother also brought in.
So then, coming from a family business, you have to concede the popularity has dropped off since the Commedia dell'arte.
Well, maybe in Europe, but only just a little. You see, who's to say that we won't have another widespread clowning craze in the next 5 centuries?
Well, no one, I suppose.
That's my point!
Look, our philosophy is simple. Floppy is funny. I mean, there are other institutions out there that have different philosophies. I mean, you have your circus clown, your juggling clown, acrobat clown, your ugly clowns, pretty clowns, fat clowns, competitive clowns, bulimic clowns, athletic clowns, neighborhood watch clowns. There's like a whole group of them. Mile high clowns, Qantas clowns, or not so much anymore. Adult clowns, your sexy clowns, of course. And then, of course, you've got the horrible act of clubbing clowns. That's where people...
Oh, it's awful.
It is awful. I mean, it's young people, teenagers mostly. They just cruise around the town looking for professional clowns and start belting them up. It's just brutal. It's a brutal practice, and I mean, it goes against everything we stand for,
Which is?
entertaining children, of course.
If you had to pick a point where you would say that kids stopped really caring about clowns.
Video games, mate. Without any doubt whatsoever. I mean, the 80s was looking alright there for a while, wasn't it? And then suddenly, boom, the Japanese ruined everything.
So
And it wasn't just clowning. It was any personal-based or social activity out the door. It was all PCs and computers and online bullshit. The other day, I shit you not, I caught my kid's friend playing a video clown game.
What, a clown simulation thing?
No, I don't know, some fucking game with a fucking video clown thing in it. And there I was, standing there, in real life, in plain sight.
Is there a time in your life where you can definitively pinpoint when you first decided to become a clown?
Well, it's hard to say, really. I guess if I had to pinpoint it down, it would probably be at the height of my coulrophobia.
Coulrophobia? Isn't that a fear of clowns?
Yes, it is, actually.
That's a bit out of the ordinary, isn't it? A clown with coulrophobia?
The truth is, I guess I was just so afraid of clowns that the only way I thought I could exist in a world of clowns was actually to become one.
Intriguing.
Yeah, well, it's not that interesting, really. I think I just realised that if I was the clown at the party, then I'd be the only one there that couldn't see the clown. That was very comforting.
You don't even have to be at a kid's party to be struck down by the terror of a clown, you know? Like, they're everywhere. And they have to get from A to B somehow, right?
Like, I couldn't even count the times that I've seen one walking down the street or driving their stupid clown car, and I'm thinking to myself, what's that bloody clown doing?
Well, by your own admission, they're probably going to a children's birthday party.
Yeah, well, you don't know that, and I don't know that, and probably doesn't mean definitely. Look, I'd much rather be the clown than the guy across the street thinking, what's that clown up to, At least if I'm the clown, then I know exactly what I'm up to. Simple.
And you've never found that actually inhabiting the persona of a clown contributes to your, as you say, coulrophobia?
No, look, it's a pretty airtight form of treatment I've found. I mean, there was one time that it backfired. I had to go to a party at a fairground and do a job, and I got lost in a hall of mirrors. That was actually very scary, like proper nightmares. And I spent a little bit of time in hospital after that.
Learn to keep out of the fun houses after that, I expect.
Oh yeah, it's a mistake you only make once, I can vouch for that.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but what does LAME stand for?
Lame.
The tag on your shirt?
It's not lame, it's leme. It is Ladies Against Misogynist Entertainers.
So how difficult is it for you as a woman to compete in the clown field?
As a woman, well, it is difficult. I mean, you have to be funnier. You have to be more precise and more accurate in your act. You're up against a curve, obviously. I feel there's a real prejudice against all female comedians. But there are other, there's broader subsidies that you can claim as a struggling clown, but they're open to all sexes. You can imagine against the majority of them. M for misogynist, hence leme.
So, you're something of a pioneer.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. There were females, women in the Dorian mines. In 700 BC in Greece, they were the true pioneers. If you're going to think about it that way, there was a lot of early acts done by women, actually, comedy ones.
Really?
Oh yes, right up until the Enlightenment. Actually, there was a slight resurgence in Salem in the winter of 1691, but that didn't really last very long.
I feel ultimately that women, we've really regressed in the last 100 years. In all aspects, not just clowning, but all roles. I guess that's just where we're at in history. It's just, even if there is a resurgence in clown popularity within the next 5 centuries, how will you benefit from it?
I'm sorry?
Well, you're hardly going to be around plying your clown trade 5 centuries from now, are you?
Well, who's to say with medical science and all that?
Class will please come to order, says Professor Russ Dotson. The signs all point to an uproarious class, for the professor is opening the nation's first school for clown diving. It's simple. You start with A and B and end up in the sea.
I did my apprenticeship in 1962, yeah, that's right. Well, in those days, they'd sign you up with a professional clown for half the time, and for the rest of the time, well, of course, you'd go to clown college.
Clown college?
Yeah, they were a series of institutions set up by the government in the 1930s. It was during the Depression, The aim was to give people jobs, make them smile, cheer them up a bit, and the community too. Did me a lot of good. Look at me today, compared to your modern clowns.
Modern clowns? What's different about clowning these days?
Well, I suppose it's not their fault, mate. Back in the 80s, the government started cutting everything, privatising. They thought clowns were old-fashioned. They didn't care about clowns. Of course, there were some clowns, corporate clowns, who tried to adapt and pander to the corporate masters, but they're fucking wankers and idiots, mate. Anyway, things got that much worse, and then the clown colleges closed down, and they sent their young people off to performing arts colleges. Could they do a balloon trip to save their lives? I wouldn't bet on it.
It can't be that bad for the young clowns.
Oh, it's fucking shambles, mate. It's awful. I mean, you go out there in the field on the front line to a kiddies party, for example, and there'd be a professional clown. And professional, that's the key. I mean, you could come up to this clown, you could ask him anything, how to do a magic trick, and boom, boom, there it was. You tell me the fancy professors at your performing arts college could do those tricks?
Well, if they're qualified to teach.
No, mate, you got it backwards. If they could do the trick, they wouldn't be stuck in that stupid college. They'd be out there on the job, getting the best jobs all day, all week.
So, all things considered, where do you see the Australian clowning industry in the next 20 to 30 years?
Well, personally, I say we have to look towards the future. I mean, you'd have to be a cynic to say clowning is dead.
It's dead, mate.
Dead.
Dead as a Jew on the cross. Oh, unless the government does something, the young people don't have a chance. I mean, when was the last time you hired a clown?
Well, I think with a question like that, you really need to take a balanced view. I mean, it could be that in the future clowning falls to the wayside, but that's not an end per se to clowning.
But you acknowledge that currently clowning in this country is in a state of decline.
Well, if you put it like that, then I guess there's a slight slump in the Australian clowning business.
Oh, it's the kids today. They don't want to bloody work. They come in here looking for an easy time, but when it gets down to the hard yakka, the balloons and the grease paint, they're not up for it. No, they want to stand around bloody texting. What the fuck's texting got to do with bloody clowning? That's what I want to know.
30 years? No, look, I hope to have it all shut down within the next 5. 10 max.
Shut it down?
Yeah, it's kind of like a project of mine. I want to rid the world of clowns, one clown at a time. I want to take
The world of clowns that we currently live in and mould it back into a world of humans again.
Madness.
Is it? Or is it the most pure sanity ever sucked by man?
Good lord, he's gone off the deep end. Steve!
Look, hate the clown, become the clown, and then
Oh, God.
Destroy the clown.
Yeah, you're completely bonkers, mate. Steve!
Look, listen, mate. You might think I'm nuts, but
Yeah,
I've got
Steve, you've got to see this.
I've already got down to 4 clowns left in this country alone. Now I take out the other 3, and it's off to Indonesia. Telling you, mate. 5 years, 10 max. That's it.
But a slump doesn't mean the end. I mean, this could be a good thing. This could be the final death throes of patriarch that's been plaguing the clowning business for centuries. I mean, after the Great Fall.
I'm sorry, the Great Fall?
Oh yes, the prophesied dark age of clowning in which all clowns across the earth will cease, and there'll be much sorrow.
I see.
Yes, you understand. Yes, you understand. I mean, after the Great Fall, after the shackles have been smashed to smithereens by the patriarchy clowning of the Great March of the Great Grandfather Time, then and only then can the sisters rise and create our own age of clowning. I mean, even if we just have this little hiccup along the way, it doesn't matter. Because we're going to be strong, we're going to unite, and us sisters will be standing in those wings with a positive attitude and a less phallic bone. Because Floppy is funny.
I'm sorry, mate. It's not your fault. I shouldn't have gone on like that, but... Oh, well, what with the clown colleges closing and the young people with their mobile phones and PC... Oh, so I have to make you want to pack it in.
Oh, come now, Jambu. There's a whole world of clowning out there.
No, mate, that's it. I've had it. You've got enough, haven't you? Hey? That'll do you.
Jambu,
You've got enough, you've got enough. I've had it bloody enough. Ah, fuck it. Fucking clowning.
Oh, the music is coming.
How many kids?
suburb? West side, yeah? Alright, yeah, okay. Nah, look, I don't do balloon animals. Well, I do. I tell jokes. I've got I've got a little bike that I ride around on. I got a little horn and shit. No, I don't swear. No, I don't swear during the kids' party. Yeah, $200. 2 hours. Alright, lock it in, Eddie. See you then. Yeah. Got a gig.